video is going to be part one of my favorite highlighters in my collection. The reason why I'm calling this part one is because I could not fit all of my favorite highlighters into one video. Because I kind of broke it down from like high-end, middle-end, and like indie brand highlighters in this video, and then the second part is going to be all affordable highlighters like drugstore and ColourPop, etc., because there was just no way they were going to fit into one video. I was thinking about like putting it into like a top 15 or something, but I just could not, narrow it down, and I feel like this is a good way to break up the options and show you guys my collection and tell you guys what are my favorite highlighters. So we're just going to get started. This video was requested again by my dear friend on YouTube, Christine. So thank you for requesting this again. I know you've been eager to see my highlighting picks. I did my blushes a couple of days back, and now I'm going to be sharing my favorite highlighters. I just wanted to say I finally went and got my nails done again today, and I'm so happy. I did like this soft coral peachy color, and I really like how it looks. I think it's really pretty. I didn't want to do something too out there this time, even though you guys know I love colorful nails. I just haven't gotten them done since I got the Pride one, so I'm really excited that I got them done finally. So I'm going to start with these are probably my four most used highlighters in my collection in general. If I don't know what to wear or something that I haven't worn in a long time, these are always my tried and true picks, are like these top four. And then the next ones I'm going to show you are just like my all-time favorite. Like these are my all-time favorite highlighters. So I have to start out with one by Lancome that I've literally worn to death. This one I have like such pan in it. I feel like I'm going to use up this highlighter at some point. And I'm talking about the Lancome Dual Finish Highlighter in the shade Sparkling Peach. This is probably my all-time favorite highlighter. Like, if I lost all my highlighters in my collection and I could only keep one, it would probably be this one. I love the formula of these. They're like a cream powder hybrid, but they are so ridiculously smooth on the skin. I have like a palette of these, like a little holiday palette of them. But this one I have definitely used and abused, and it's just so gorgeous. I used to use this also if there was like a highlighter that just wasn't giving me enough. I would add this every single time, or I would add like Anastasia's Amrezy, which I'll talk about in a second. But this would intensify every highlighter that I would add it to, because it is just so stunning on the skin. It has this like amazing buttery smooth formula, and I don't know why like this didn't get the hype that it deserved, because these are just as good as the Becca highlighters, and the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors are like an amazing formula as well. But there's something about this one, it's just so ridiculously smooth and so insanely creamy that I just freaking love it on the skin, and I think it's so freaking gorgeous. And it's always been like one of my tip-top favorites in my collection. I just love this highlighter so much, as you can tell. I've used and abused this highlighter to death, and I love it so much. So I will never get rid of this. I will never stop getting sick of it. I think it's so gorgeous. So that is the first one. Then the second one is what I already mentioned. I'm also wearing this one on my cheeks today, and this one is Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. I absolutely love Anastasia's highlighter formula. I think she does a killer highlighter formula. But this one has always been my absolute favorite. I've used this one a ton as well. And what's funny is that I'm not really the hugest fan of Amrezy, but everyone was talking about this highlighter when it came out. that I decided to pick it up. I'm going to re-intensify it for you guys just a little bit. Honestly, after wearing it today, I didn't love it when I first put it on. I like how it looks more throughout the day, which I think is kind of funny because, like, when I first put it on, I was like, meh, I don't know if I'm really, like, super into this anymore, because I feel like I have much more affordable options that are even more intense than this. But at the time, it was a really beautiful, like, kind of almost glass-like looking formula on your skin, and it is beautiful still. I used to wear this literally almost every day. Again, this would be a highlighter I would mix with so many other highlighters. Again, if something was not giving me the life that I needed from a highlighter, it swatches so beautifully, and again, it swatches like super wet. And it is gorgeous. Why do I feel like I filmed like a favorite highlighters video before? I probably have, because I remember talking about these three specifically, but obviously I have a lot more highlighters to share with you now than I did then. I will leave that linked below though, or I'll leave it in like a pinned comment if you guys are curious in seeing that as well. But anyway, this highlighter, it's a lot more gold tone than the Lancome. The Lancome's obviously a lot more peach, but they have a very similar, like, wet looking, very smooth, shimmery formula, and that's why I love this one as well. And as you can see, I've used and abused this one too. It's crazy that this one is like the only one still that I haven't hit pan on because I've used it so much. I feel like there's so much product in here, and I've been trying to hit pan on it for so long, but I don't know, like, I have not hit pan on it, but it's gorgeous. It really is a beautiful highlighter. I really do love Anastasia's highlighting formula. I haven't really picked up any highlighters from her in I don't know how long. I'm not really into the brand as much as I used to be anymore. But this is a gorgeous highlighter. Unfortunately, you can't get this anymore because obviously they only sold this for a little limited amount of time, but it is a beautiful highlighter, and I can't say that it's not one of my most worn highlighters ever. And then the third one, and again, this is my other most worn highlighter. You guys know I love peachy highlighters or gold highlighters. I am such a sucker for gold highlights. Gold eyeshadow, give me gold everything. I just love, you know what's so funny is that I prefer a gold metallic highlighter or a gold metallic eyeshadow over gold jewelry. I love silver jewelry, as you can tell from what I'm wearing, but when it comes to makeup, I don't love silver eyeshadow the way that I love gold eyeshadow. I love gold eyeshadow. So anyway, the last one is the Desi and Katie Fuego highlighter from Dose of Colors, and this is from their collaboration collection with Dose of Colors. And as you guys can see, I had hit serious pan on this one as well. This is the other one that I would use constantly to add in with a highlighter that, again, was not intense enough for me, because you guys know I love highlighter. I really just don't understand how people can't love highlighter. I mean, some people aren't into it, but that one is the Desi and Katie Fuego one, and this one is much more gold toned. It's kind of more similar. It's actually lighter than the Amrezy a little bit. The Amrezy is just, it's so stunning. The Desi and Katie one has a bit more yellow in it. The Amrezy is like a true like gold. And this one, what's funny is that I don't really use this one as much anymore because I feel like it's a tad bit, I don't even know who's calling me. I feel like it is a tad bit dark for my skin tone. So I don't really reach for it as much anymore, but when I do use it, it is freaking stunning. But unfortunately, again, you can't get this highlighter anymore. But I just wanted to share my favorite gold highlighters in my collection, and these will always be my tried and true favorites. I really want to whip this out again and use it at some point, but I just got a new highlighter in the mail today that I'm going to use tomorrow. But this is beautiful, and I love it so much. I also really love this packaging. I mean, some people were complaining about this, but it has held up amazingly. Like, it hasn't, like, uh, none of the jewels have fallen off, really. Fell off. Fell off. Have fallen off. I said felled off. That is not even proper grammar, Caitlin. Yeah, I love this highlighter. So, then the next one, I didn't think I was going to love this highlighter so much. I really would like to try their blushes as well, but I still haven't bit the bullet and bought them yet. But I recommend this highlighter to so many people because I feel like it would work with so many different age groups and also with different skin tones. I think that this highlighter formula is one of the most amazing formulas out there. And it's just such a beautiful color, and I absolutely love this. This is the Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder in the shade Ozone. This highlighter was actually sold out for quite a while, and for good reason. This is such a stunning formula. It really looks like a skin, like a finish of glass on your skin. It is so smooth and it's so beautiful on the cheeks. I just freaking love this, and it also feels like butter, but look how intense that is. It's so gorgeous and it just swatches so smoothly. Do you see how intense that one is? I mean, the other ones are gorgeous as well, but this one has like such a special like intensity to it. It is so beyond beautiful, and I have used this a ton. I just love this. I almost like want to use this almost every single day. I have to stop myself from using it because it's just so gorgeous because of the finish that it gives on your cheeks. There's absolutely no texture. It's just so smooth, and I absolutely love this highlighter. It's just absolutely stunning on the skin. So really, really love this. I recommend it to a lot of people because I'm like, you have to try this. It is so beyond gorgeous on the skin. I absolutely love this highlighter. So those are definitely my 4 most used highlighters, I would have to say. And then of course my older Becca ones are definitely my most worn ones, but we'll get into Becca soon. You guys know, obviously, I love Becca's highlighters. So then I needed to mention these. These are my favorite indie brand highlighters, but these are also my favorite highlighter formula, like pretty much ever. And I love this because they never let me down every single time I wear these. They are so beyond intense on the skin, but they have such an incredibly smooth formula that I cannot get enough of these. Whenever I need a tried and true highlighter that I know is going to look amazing, every single time I put it on, I reach for my Give Me Glow highlighters. These are absolutely amazing on the skin, and they are so intense and beautiful. I really would like to get another shade, like probably like a gold. I do have Late Night Coastin', but I wanted to mention these 3 specifically because I've worn these a crap ton. I love these highlighters, and they're just so intense and gorgeous on the skin. So my most worn one, of course, is Halo. This is their most popular shade for good reason. It's like a really light, kind of almost yellow, lime green, white, intense, beautiful. Look how freaking intense that is. Like, are you freaking kidding me? And then when you swatch it, oh my goodness, it is so beyond blinding. And it's just so freaking gorgeous. And the reason why this one is so stunning is that it shifts so many different colors. It shifts from peach to green to gold to white. It's just so beyond gorgeous, and I love it. It's just such a unique color. So beyond gorgeous. Like, you have to try these for yourself to understand why I love these. If you love a super intense highlighter, look no further than Give Me Glow's highlighters. Then the other one I have is White Noise, and I love this one more so in like the winter months because I don't typically go for, look how intense that is. Like, are you kidding me? And that's not even like more than 2 swipes in the pan. Literally, when I put this on, I barely have to pick up any product. I swipe it like not even like twice, like maybe like this and this, like once. And it's literally already like super intense on my cheeks. It is so gorgeous. This one I like wearing more so in the winter months because it's kind of like a really icy white highlighter. And I don't typically go for these types of shades in the summertime. I want all the warm tone highlighters like golds and peaches and stuff like that. But this is absolutely stunning as well. This one doesn't shift as many different colors as Halo does. It's kind of just a straight up white highlighter, but it is amazing on the skin. It's so gorgeous and intense. And then the last one is Transcendent. I think this is the only one that they don't sell anymore. They still sell Halo and White Noise, but this one I think they discontinued. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But this one I freaking love because it's a peach tone highlighter. And this one is just flipping amazing. I love this one in the summertime as well, because this is like my favorite peach tone highlighter in my entire collection. It looks a little dark when you swatch it, but when you put it on your cheeks, it is so beyond gorgeous. And I absolutely love this for a summertime intense glow in the summer. So it's absolutely gorgeous on the skin. So I love that one too. Love my Give Me Glow highlighters. I will never stop raving about these because they are the most intense highlighters that I own in my collection. And y'all know I love that intense highlighter glow in the summertime. I mean, that's what I love wearing in the summer. Okay, so of course, speaking of Becca, we have to mention my Becca highlighters. I have 5 of them. I'm not going to sit and talk about them too in depth because this video will be 10 million years long. I'm just going to show them to you. I'm not going to swatch these either. But Becca, honestly, I mean, it sucks that they are no longer in business, but you can still get their highlighters from Smashbox. It's their best product. They have been literally my favorite highlighters since I started collecting highlighters. They make a absolutely wonderful highlighting formula. I really don't know anyone that doesn't love this formula because it's so beyond smooth and it's also super intense on the skin. And you really cannot go wrong with a Becca highlighter. You can also do it a little bit more subtly, or you can build it up and it just looks so amazing on the cheeks. So they're raved about for a good reason. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they kind of changed the highlighter game because besides MAC, these really were like the first really mainstream highlighters that were available to everybody, and that's why everybody went crazy for them. So the first one I have is Moonstone. This is like one of my first ever highlighters in my collection. I think this was like the first highlighter I purchased when I started collecting highlights, was Moonstone, and it's still one of my absolute favorites. It's such a gorgeous like yellow toned gold, and I really don't have a similar color to this in my collection because it's really beautiful for fairer skin tones. It just looks amazing on the cheeks. So that one is Moonstone. And then the other older one that I have is Pearl, which is like a white toned icy highlighter, and this one is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful because it's literally like a pure white highlighter. Some of the other white highlighters that I mentioned are a little bit more silver toned. This is straight up white, and it's so super intense on your cheeks. So I absolutely love this one as well. I use that one a lot in the winter. And then I have 3 of the newer ones. My favorite out of the 3 is definitely Vanilla Quartz. This one is such a unique shade on the skin as well, because it literally looks like vanilla, like a vanilla color on your cheeks. It's such a gorgeous like vanilla duochrome color. I really don't know how to explain it. I am going to swatch this one because I really, really love this shade. It's like a white gold, but it has like this such a unique like undertone to it. I don't know if you can really see it that well, but it's gorgeous. Like I know it doesn't look as intense next to the Give Me Glow ones, of course, but in person it's so beyond stunning because it has like a bunch of different shades in there. It's like peach and gold and white, and I absolutely love this highlighter too. It's so beyond gorgeous, and I use this one a ton. I love it. Then the other two I got all of these from Marshall's, the Vanilla Quartz one too. The next one I have is Lilac Geode, and this one I debated for the longest time whether or not I actually wanted it. And then I found it at Marshall's for like $13. And this is so stunning as well because it's not just lilac. It's like this gorgeous like lavender pink. And it's so beyond beautiful. I love pairing this one with my Lilac You A Lot palette from ColourPop. And they're like a match made in heaven. This one is like, it's such a soft, beautiful, pinky purple. It's so beyond pretty. I love wearing this one in the spring and summertime because it's such a gorgeous highlighter for that. And then the last one that I have, I wear this one quite a bit too when I don't know what pink tone highlighter to wear. I have the shade Rose Quartz. And this one is one of their more limited edition colors, but this one is like a straight up rosy pink. And this one is so gorgeous as well, especially for lighter skin tones like myself. And it's such a gorgeous light pink shade, and I absolutely love this one as well. The Becca formula is absolutely gorgeous, and I had to mention all of them because they're not just amazing in formula, they also have very unique shades that you think that they're like typical run-of-the-mill shades, but they're really, really unique undertones, and that's what makes them super, super special. So, absolutely love Becca's highlighters. Okay, then these next ones I had to mention because I was so surprised on how freaking good these are, and I use these a ton as well. But if somebody asks me like to recommend like a mainstream highlighter besides Nabla, because I recommend that one to everyone, I recommend the Milk Makeup Flex highlighters. These are amazing on the skin. They are so intense and beautiful. And again, a little bit of product goes an extremely long way. So I have this shade Lit. Oh my god, these are so beyond gorgeous. They have like that super wet formula to them that they just glide on the skin, and again, you barely need any product, and it's so super intense and beautiful on the cheeks. So Lit is kind of more of like a lighter gold color, and then the other shade that I have is called Iced, and this one is more of like a warm toned gold. But I got Iced first, and I fell in love with it so much that I wanted to get another shade, and I use these so much, and I love them in the summertime. But they're so intense and beautiful. Again, they don't swatch too well, but they just are such a gorgeous, like, super wet, intense formula, and they feel so beyond smooth when you swatch them. Oh, and they're so pretty. Lit is kind of more of like a champagne-y color, and then Ice is kind of like just a straight up like light gold. So this one is Lit right here. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? And then this one is Iced, which is not really reflecting that great, but it looks so gorgeous in person. But they're just so beyond gorgeous on the skin. I absolutely love both of these as well, and I wear these a ton. I love these so much. Whenever I just want to wear something that, again, I know will work, these are beyond amazing. I love these so much. I wear these a ton, and I love them. Okay. So speaking of Another one that is one of my most worn highlighters is this one again was such a surprise to me. The reason why I got lit was because Terror Babes raved about that one so much. And she raved about the Milk Makeup highlighters, and she's the reason why I found out about them, that I was like, okay, I need to try these. But she also literally would not stop talking about this highlighter on her channel. Not just as a highlighter, but she would use this constantly as like a brow bone highlight or as like an inner corner highlight. If she needed to add brightness to an eye look, this is all she would use. So I was like, all right. I need to finally get this and try it out for myself. It was on sale during one point. Sorry, my friend is texting me. But I'm already getting out of breath again, you guys. I don't feel like talking anymore. I feel like there's a lot to talk. I mean, it's not that much more. We'll be fine. We'll be good. So this one is the Aether Beauty Pure Diamond Dust Highlighter, and it was at such a good price that I finally decided to pick it up for myself. And she's definitely totally right. This is so beautiful on the skin. It has like this very unique intensity to it. It really does look like pure diamond dust on your skin because it has like this amazing glitter-like formula without being glittery. It's so beyond gorgeous. And oh, she is so dang pretty. I love it. Look how pretty that is. I have highlighter literally swatched everywhere, and I was like, I'm not going to swatch the rest of these, and then here I am swatching everything, but what is more fun than swatching highlighters? But it's such a gorgeous formula. You just have to try it for yourself. Aether Beauties are really run-of-the-mill, middle-range priced brand, so they're not too expensive, and all of their packaging is recyclable. But this is absolutely stunning. They make really beautiful products as well. But this is the only product that I have from them because this is the only thing I really wanted to try. Okay, speaking of intense highlighters, this brand I have not purchased from in quite a while, and I probably won't. I'm putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. Like, I can't do it right now. I'm annoyed already. So the two that I really, really like are from this brand. Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me? So this brand I took a break from for quite a while, and honestly, I haven't purchased anything from them in a while still because there was a lot of political drama with this brand, but I would like to mention them because I do love their highlighters, and I'm talking about Ofra Cosmetics. These are two of their older collab highlighters with Madison Miller and Nikki Tutorials, and their highlighters really are freaking gorgeous on the skin. They have like this amazing intense formula. So this one is Madison Miller's highlighter in the shade Moon Dance. This is one of my most used highlighters as well. It is so gorgeous and intense on the skin. And again, they have like this amazing wet, beautiful formula. I don't know how they do it, but it really is super stunning. And it is really, really smooth and very intense on the skin. And then the other one is Glazed Donut, which is the Nikki Tutorials one. And this one, again, is so beyond gorgeous. And again, it's super, super smooth, and it really is stunning on the skin. That one's more white toned. The Madison Miller one is more of a like white gold highlighter, and this one is like an icy white. But they are gorgeous. But I just wanted to mention them real quick because I do use these a ton. If you are interested in getting them, I would say go for it if the drama doesn't bother you. I'm personally not going to get anything else from the brand, but I really wanted to mention that these are gorgeous on the skin. Okay, and then the last one for this batch, I was really impressed on how much I loved this one as well. And I got this one because of Leora Loves Makeup. She raved about this highlighter and the Dior Backstage Quad for so long, as these two being like her favorite highlighters in her collection. So I decided to pick this one up for myself, I think the November VIB sale. And this is the Makeup by Mario Soft Glow Highlighter in the shade Pearl. So there's another one that's called Pearl. Pearl's a pretty common name for highlighters. Let's get real. And this one is a really gorgeous, not just like white pearl shade. It's kind of like a very unique white gold highlight, kind of similar to Becca's Moonstone, but Moonstone's a little bit more yellow tone. This is kind of like a straight up like white champagne-y gold, and this is so gorgeous on the skin. I can't really explain it properly, but this has a super smooth, beautiful formula on the skin, and it just looks so gorgeous because it doesn't look texturized whatsoever, and it just glides on the skin beautifully, and it is literally so gorgeous. Makeup by Mario makes some gorgeous face products. Okay, so next up, I would like to talk about these three together because I think that even though I've stopped personally buying from this brand as well, I do think that Jaclyn Cosmetics makes a solid highlighter formula. I think that her highlighter products are really beautiful. So I wanted to mention the three that I actually have from her. So I do have the first highlighting palette that she launched with her brand, and this is the Flash highlighting palette. And this one really is a gorgeous baked formula. I really want to use these again at some point because they really are super gorgeous on the skin. So the 4 shades in here are Gleam, Iced, Sparks, and Mesmerize. And they all just have this really gorgeous baked formula. They almost really remind me of Hourglass's highlighters, but I refuse to buy from Hourglass because they are extremely expensive and also very excluding brand. They really don't really make products for multiple skin tones, and I think that's ridiculous. But I do think that these are quite gorgeous. Jaclyn also kind of turned me off after the whole summer collection last year, and also I think her products are pretty expensive, but these are really stunning on the skin. They have this amazing intensity to them, again, without being glittery, and they're just so beautiful. Really love this highlighting formula. I also love Champagne Pop as well. That's one of my most used highlighters. It's in one of my palettes. I'll probably mention that later or whatever, but these are gorgeous. So I have Gleam. Is that Gleam? No. We have Sparks, Iced, Gleam, and Mesmerized. They're really stunning. I think she has all of these available in individual highlighters now, not in the palette form anymore. I'm not sure if she had relaunched these. I can't remember. I don't think she has them anymore. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was a gorgeous launch, and this is a really nice packaged palette. It's very heavy duty and substantial, and I love that there's a mirror in here. So I thought that this was worth the price. It is quite a mess because I've used this a lot, but they are really gorgeous on the skin. I'm actually going to put this next to me so I can start using it again. I also keep her blush palette right next to me because I love these blushes. They're amazing. So they have become some of my staple products, I'm not going to lie. And then the individual one that I have that is also that same baked formula is the shade Go for Golds, because of course you guys knew I had to get a gold highlighter. But since I loved her formula so much, I really wanted to get the yellow gold shade. And I was waiting for her to launch this in a individual shade. And this one is also really stunning. It's almost slightly too dark for me, but it's a really gorgeous gold on the skin. I really like this one as well. It's beautiful. Again, it has that gorgeous baked formula, and it really is gorgeous on the skin. I'm going to put this one next to me as well because I want to use that one again soon. But the last one I'm going to mention is a loose highlighter. Now, I just wanted to say about loose highlighters, if you're looking for that intense summer glow, you're gonna get it with a loose highlighter. Like, really nothing beats a loose highlighter in the summertime, but I love loose highlighters. They really are just in their own category because they are so beyond stunning on the skin, and you really can't go wrong with a loose highlighter unless it's like a really messy packaging or like that's not like your cup of tea. But if you love intense highlighters like I do, you're gonna love loose highlighters. I absolutely love loose highlighters. And this one is the Jaclyn Cosmetics loose highlighter. It just says loose highlighter in the shade Extra. And a lot of people were raving about this shade when it came out. This one is so stunning. And I just used this one, I think, like a week ago. And it really is super stunning on the skin. It's like this gorgeous, super extra frosty highlighter, and it is absolutely stunning, and it's just so blind and intense on the skin. So her highlighter formula is really solid up until those putty highlighters that came out last year. I bought one of them and I wasn't that crazy about it. I think that her baked formula and her loose highlighters are amazing. So those are the three I have to mention from Jaclyn. And then I wanted to mention two high-end brand, like luxury brands. So the first one, I have been lusting over getting a Pat McGrath highlighter for so long that I finally decided to get this one. And this one is the Pat McGrath Labs Divine Glow highlighter in the shade Golden Nectar. Now, at first, I wasn't sure about this highlight because it is a little bit too dark for me. But this is such an amazing, intense formula. A little bit of this goes an extremely long way. I reach for this constantly because it's such a gorgeous, intense highlighter. And again, the swatch is not really going to do it justice because really the magic comes from Pat McGrath when you put it on the skin. And then this just literally is so intense and beautiful. You need very little product because it's a very intense formula. And again, it's like that formula that just glides on the skin and it's just super easy to apply. But you really don't need a lot of it. It's a little dark for me because it's like kind of literally like a golden nectar shade. So it's a little bit more peachy toned. I was hoping it was going to be more like a gold or like a white gold, but she came out with a couple of other colors with her last collection that I kind of feel like would have been a little bit better for my skin tone. But I can still make this work if I use like a little bit because again, it can get really intense really fast. But it is absolutely stunning on the skin. So I would definitely say Pat McGrath highlighters are 100% worth it because the formula is really, really stunning. And then the other one that's one of the high-end formulas that I have is the Natasha Denona Super Glow Highlighter. And this is the duochrome highlighter in the shade 01 Fair. This is one of my most used highlighters as well. As you can see, it's pretty well loved. There's a lot of product around the pan. And again, this one doesn't really swatch like anything. It really is super gorgeous on the skin. I don't know why Natasha won't launch like more highlighter blush type products because I really think she has a gorgeous formula. You can see it has more of like a subtle glow to it. It's almost pretty similar to Jaclyn's formula. It has like that super smooth, intense formula without being glittery. And that's basically how it translates on the skin. And that's why I love this so much because, again, if I want something that I know is going to look amazing, I reach for this. And it looks so gorgeous on the skin. I absolutely love this highlighter. This is the only Natasha Denona highlighter I have in my collection. But it's amazing. So I use it whenever I get a chance to. Okay. Then everything else from here is pretty much an indie brand. So let's talk about Kaleidos. you all know I love Kaleidos. Kaleidos is such an amazing brand, but their highlighters really, really stand out to me. Of course, I love their eyeshadows as well, but these highlighters, the Space Age highlighters, are absolutely amazing. These were like my most worn highlighters, I believe last summer is when I picked these up, or maybe the summer before that. But I wear these a ton when it gets really hot out because it's such a super intense, gorgeous, glittery formula. These are glittery, just to let you know. But they are so super sparkly and gorgeous on the cheeks that I don't even care if they're glittery because they're so gorgeous. So the first shade I have is Solar Sailor. I really would like to pick up a couple more of these, but y'all know I don't need another highlighter like a hole in the head. So this one is Solar Sailor. And this one is more of like a glittery, yellowy, greenish gold color. It's so beyond gorgeous. And it's just super intense and beautiful on the cheeks. And then the second one that I have is Diamond Dasher. And I fell in love with Solar Sailor so much that I really wanted to get another shade. So I got the shade Diamond Dasher, I think last year. And this one is even more glittery than Solar Sailor. But this is such an intense, beautiful, peachy tone, glittery goodness on the cheeks. And this one I use whenever I don't know like what peach highlighter I would like to use. I always reach for this one, and it is so beyond gorgeous on the skin. Again, they're not really swatching like anything. They really do transform on the face, and they're so beyond gorgeous. They're swatching amazingly. They have like a million different multi-glitters in them of different shades, but these are absolutely amazing. All right, so now let's mention some of my favorite things to talk about, which is indie brands, and I'm going to talk about a few indie brand highlighters that I really, really love. So the first ones I'm just going to talk about all together are the Glamlight highlighters. Glamlight makes some freaking fantastic highlighters, and these are the ones that I would like to mention with you guys. So I did just recently pick up quite a few highlighters from Glamlight, but nothing beats their loose highlighter formula. I also love their powder highlight formula, but these two are really the ones that stand out to me when it comes to their loose highlighters. So this one is one of their older ones, and this is the Glamlight Sugar High highlighter, and this one is such a, I'm not even going to hold it up because it's like, oh, it's a loose highlighter, but it's a super intense like gold, but it is so beyond sparkly, and it is intense on the cheeks. So if you guys like don't love that, I would say this is probably not for you, but this is one of my favorite gold highlighters to wear in the summertime because it's just so intense and stunning on the skin. And the Glamlight loose powder formula for their highlighters are just so beyond smooth and intense on the cheeks, and they just go on instantly amazingly beautiful. So I absolutely love this shade in Sugar High. I've used this one a ton, and it's one of my favorite highlighters to wear. And then the other one, I actually just wore this one again yesterday because I wanted to wear it in a video for you guys, but also I just wanted to wear it again in general. And I've quickly fallen in love with the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes one that they did. Also, come on, I mean, does this not make you want to have a bowl of Frosted Flakes every time you look at the cap? They really, like, did an ingenious job with the packaging of this collection in general. So this is the Frosted Flakes highlighter, and this is so freaking stunning, you guys. It's like a white gold, but it's kind of more like a white champagne gold on the cheeks because it's not like super silvery intense like that on your cheeks. It really warms up to your skin. And I wore it yesterday because, oh my god, my chair is starting to hurt my neck. Dang it, I'm almost done actually. I only have a few more to talk about. Let's get through this, Caitlin. So this is gorgeous. I love it, and I wear that a lot as well. It is so beautiful. It only takes a couple of swipes to be super gorgeous and intense on your cheeks. And then the other two are from Glamlight as well. And this one is the Michaela highlighter. And this one is the Pina Colada highlighter from the Bar collection. And the Glamlight, the Michaela one is a really beautiful, intense white highlighter as well. But their powder formula is like a wet, smooth, intense, powdery dream. Well, not powdery, but it's just like a wet, super intense highlighter, and they're so amazing. And again, so super smooth on the skin. And then the other one is the Pina Colada one, which I absolutely love as well. And this one is like a really beautiful gold. And of course, you guys know I had to get a gold one. I mean, come on. Hello. And this is a stunning like white gold, and it's so pretty. So pretty. So I quickly fell in love with these three that I got recently from Glamlight. I've worn them quite a few times already, and they're absolutely stunning. So absolutely love the Glamlight highlighters. You really cannot go wrong with Glamlight in any category. I think they make fabulous products. I love their eyeshadows. I love their blushes. I love their highlighters, and I love their lipsticks. Their lipsticks are really underrated, but they are just as good as their powder products. Like, just amazing. I love their glosses. I love their lipsticks, and I love their liquid lipsticks. So, yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Okay. Then we have another Give Me Glow highlighter. This is the Give Me Glow loose highlighter in the shade Warm Lights, and I wanted to talk about this one separately. I don't know why. I should have just talked about it at the same time. But this is probably the most finely milled loose highlighter in my collection. I don't know how Give Me Glow just knocks it out of the park. With literally every shimmer formula, it's just, oh my god, it's so damn pretty. Look at that. Oh, it's so gorgeous. But again, these all swatch like so white, frosty looking, but this one really is like a warm tone gold on the cheeks. And it's intense and gorgeous and beautiful, and I absolutely love it. Give Me Glow's loose highlighters are just as amazing as their pressed ones, but I would say the pressed ones are a little bit more intense than their loose highlighters, which is really funny because usually that's not the case, but with Give Me Glow, like the powder highlighters are just so intensely pigmented. This one is a little bit less pigmented, but it's still amazingly gorgeous on the cheeks. Okay. Then we have this one from Nomad. This is the Nomad Stockholm highlighter. I quickly fell in love with Nomad's products as well. I think they make gorgeous products. How am I going to be able to open this? I think I need a scissor to open this guy. Whoopsie. So this one is the Stockholm highlighter, and this one is a really gorgeous, like, white gold, and this is so stunning on the skin, you guys. I can't even explain, like, how super smooth and gorgeous this is. It's not, like, super intense, but it has its own intensity to it, and it's so beyond smooth and soft on the skin. And again, it's not a glittery highlighter. It's just so stunning. It really reflects really beautifully, so I absolutely love this one as well. Nomad is a newer brand to me, but damn, this highlighter is stunning. I really hope they come out with more highlighter shades in this formula because this is a phenomenal highlighter, so I absolutely love that one as well. I also love this one from Be Perfect Cosmetics. This was also a newer brand to me last year, or actually I think I got it earlier this year, but I quickly fell in love with the highlighter in Polar Vortex. This is the only highlighter that I have from Be Perfect, but I was also hearing a lot of amazing things about their baked highlighter and blushes, which I forgot to mention that blush in my blushes video, but I'm mentioning the highlighter in this video. And again, this one almost looks too dark for me, but it's so amazingly beautiful on the skin. It's not really this dark gold on your skin. It's more so like a really gorgeous, like kind of duochromy, like goldeny peach shade, and it's absolutely stunning on the skin. I absolutely love this one as well. It's just gorgeous. How many times can I say gorgeous, intense, and beautiful in this video? I don't know, but I don't really know how else to describe these because they're absolutely gorgeous on the skin. So I'm just going to keep on saying that. What did I do? This is like still sticking out of the compact. All right, we only got 4 more to talk about, and then we're finally done. Oh my god, I feel like this video is taking me a century to film. Literally, a century. All right, then this one from Haus Labs. This is one of the blush and highlight duos. This is actually the bronzer highlight duo. But oh my god, I always rave about how underrated I felt like these products were. And this highlighter in the shade Sun, her highlighter formula is so beyond smooth and gorgeous and intense and beautiful. How many times can I say that? I really don't know how else to describe a highlighter. I mean, but this is one of the smoothest, softest, most buttery formulas I've ever used on my skin. And this one I freaking love. It's so beyond gorgeous. I love using this with my Haus Labs palettes, with my eyeshadow palettes from Haus Labs, and I love using the bronzer. The bronzer is amazing as well. But this is such a beautiful, like, light gold highlighter. And again, it's so beyond smooth and soft. It's like one of the best highlighters that I own, formula-wise. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I really love that. And then another indie brand that just blew me away last year is Odin's Eye. And I have to talk about the one highlighting palette that I own from them, which is the Soleil palette. This is absolutely gorgeous as well. I love wearing this with my Odin's Eye palettes, but I also love wearing this in general because these are really, really gorgeous, intense highlighters. We have like a gold, a peach, more of like a white gold with like kind of a like greeny shift, and then this one's like a white with like a blue shift. It's like an icy blue. Absolutely stunning on the skin. So easy to apply. I really, really love these as well. They're really gorgeous. And then the last 2 I wanted to mention were just 2 more from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I wanted to mention their loose highlighters. And I absolutely love her loose highlighters as well. These came out a while back. I think like a couple of years ago. And I have 2 of the shades. I have So Hollywood and I have Snowflake. I have used these a ton, and they're like probably my most used loose highlighters. And this one is, of course, a really beautiful, gorgeous gold. It's absolutely stunning, like stunning. Let me just be able to swatch this for you guys. But this one is really beautiful. Again, just so gorgeous. I absolutely love this highlighter. Her loose highlighters are so beyond smooth. They're not like that super intense, sparkly glow that you get from the, like Glam Light or Give Me Glow. They're just a straight up, intense, beautiful highlighter without being, like, glittery. And that's why I love them so much. And then the last one, can I close this? Is Snowflake, and this one's more of like a straight up whitey shade. Whitish shade, I mean, not mead. This one is Snowflake. And this is a really gorgeous, like, white highlighter, and it's so beyond gorgeous. I love it so much. Really, really gorgeous, beautiful formula. And I bet you guys could take a drink every time that I say gorgeous, beautiful, or intense in this video. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. I'm sorry for all the dust flying around. Please let me know if you guys have tried any of these highlighters. If you guys own some of these highlighters. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your favorite highlighter is. Leave it in the comments below. Y'all know I'm always looking for an amazing highlighter, so keep me posted in the comments below. I've tried a shit ton of highlighters, but I'm always open to suggestions. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. So hey guys, so I just accidentally forgot to mention this highlighter in this video, so I'm just going to mention it really quick. I can't believe I forgot because this is such a stunning highlighter as well, and I wanted to include it in this video. So the highlighter that I'm talking about, I'm actually wearing on my cheeks today, and that is the Benefit Cheek Leaders Mini Bronze Squad. They have this available individually, but I have it in the palette, and this one is called Cookie. This is a very raved about highlighter for a reason. It is absolutely stunning on the skin. It gives like this really beautiful glow, but it also doesn't look like it's just sitting on your skin. It has a very wet intensity to it, but it goes on so easily and it just glides onto the skin. I don't know how they smashed it out of the park with this highlighter, but it's really beautiful and it still performs really, really nicely. And it's just really gorgeous. As you guys can see, it's super, super smooth. And I'm just going to swatch it for you guys. Like, look how stunning that is. It's very similar to the Nabla Skin Glass formula. This almost reminds me of kind of like a Skin Glass. I mean, the Nabla's even smoother on the skin, but this one is stunning. And this is like the standout products for me from Benefit, because I don't think Benefit's that great of a brand, to be honest. But when they came out with these, because they also came out with another color, I forget what that one is called. I also wanted to get that one too, but at the time, I think it's called Twinkle. They only had them available in these trio palettes, and I decided to pick up this one because one, it had Cookie in here, and this was the only way that it was available, but also I had never tried Hoola Bronzer before, and I never owned the blush in Gold Rush, so this made perfect sense for me to get it like this, and I ended up liking all three of these products. But then the other one was available in a trio as well, but I didn't want to get both. And then of course a couple months later, Benefit released the highlighters both individually, but again, it wasn't a big deal for me because I already had gotten this and I really like these. I'm also wearing the Hoola Bronzer today for the first time in a while. But I just wanted to mention this highlighter because it really is gorgeous and one of my top favorites in my collection, and I cannot believe that I forgot to mention it in this video. So yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm not sure where I'm going to stick this clip. Maybe at the end, maybe at the beginning. I'm not really sure. But yeah, just wanted to throw that in there.